up in front of people because I knew I would start stuttering and people would laugh at me. Well, they never did. The first time I ever got up in front of a group of business people, I introduced myself as Sharon Uniglow from Abbott Travel. I was so nervous, I couldn't get it right. And everybody did laugh, but they weren't laughing at me. And they were so supportive that I walked out of that first meeting. It was a leads group. How many of you ever been to a leads group? Can you sure have, right? I know Robin just went this yesterday. Yeah. Successful thinkers, right? So I got to this leads group, and I had tried for 6 months to avoid it. I wore the wrong shoes. I didn't wear the right earrings. I wore the wrong clothes. I was too early. I was too late. I would make up an excuse every single week for 6 months. Finally, one day, I didn't realize it was a holiday, so there was no traffic. I showed up on time. I looked down. My shoes matched my outfit. I had earrings on. I thought, I just ran out of excuses. So I go into this meeting. It was at the Copper Skillet, and there was a group of about 15 business owners there, all entrepreneurs. And that's when I introduced myself as Sharon Uniglow from Abbott Travel. And when I walked out, I had 4 leads. One lead actually became my second largest travel client. One lead actually became a really good friend. And it was amazing for me to see that people would be that generous. Have you ever noticed if you ask for something, you're 50% more likely to get it than if you don't ask? Isn't that cool? So when you go into a group of people, like when you went to Successful Thinkers the other day, right? And people sit around the table and they say, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is what I'm looking for. And people start thinking, oh, I know somebody. But this is what's really cool. You might remember, Robin, RAS, Rapid Access Stimulation. There's a process that, have you ever, like, what is this, kind of a lime yellow, maybe, right?
Citron.
Citron. Striking color, isn't it? So if you now, I'm pointing this out, and you're going to start seeing this color in the next week, and you go, I remember Sharon mentioned that color. So that's RAS. So once we see something, once we become familiar with it, right, it becomes a habit that we start recognizing it. So this is, this is what happens. You start putting out to people, this is who I'm looking for, this is what I want. Now, all of a sudden, they start going, wait a minute, who was it that just told me that? Robin just told me she wanted to meet people who wanted their own business. And so you call Robin out, and now you're making connections. And that, to me, is where business really has a foundation. So there's a lot of companies out there. I'm sure, how many of you have ever seen a restaurant that was really good that didn't make it? I mean, everybody's hand should go up, right? One of my favorite French restaurants in Walnut Creek didn't make it. And why they didn't make it was really simple. They didn't have a business plan. They didn't know who they